So here we are at Maine, 70.3, Old Orchard Beach. Pretty nice beach. That's where we're gonna swim at. We're gonna start at that pier, really far away there. Do like a rectangle, come back, swim in, close to the lifeguard booth there. And yeah, feeling excited for this one. Training has been going well, and yeah, laid some really good work coming back from Brazil. Had some really 10 intensity days. Hit us some really good sessions with Sam Long. Did some really hard workouts on the run, on the bike, and on the swim. So I feel ready for this race, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. I am really confident on my run. I feel like I'm gonna have one of the best run splits, so if I can be in contention for whenever I get there off the bike, I'm gonna be a threat for sure. I know my swimming is going well. It's a really tricky swim with the ocean, you never know what you're gonna get. And the bike, I know that's where I need to stay with the guys, I need to ride strong. I have my new bike right now, so it's looking really good. Yeah, I just feel like I need to prove myself on the bike and really make those gains to be in contention for the races. But other than that, everything is going well with training. This is just the first race of the second half of the season. I'm doing Augusta next, but yeah, just wanted to give you guys this little race preview because yeah, just wanted to see what I can do with my thoughts. I'm only posting this after the race. Today is Saturday, 4 p.m. the 28th. The race is tomorrow, and I think that my main competition is Cody Beals, Bradley Weiss, and Joe Gambos. The winner is gonna come out of this tree probably. There's some other guys, Elliot, Martin Wola, Taylor Reed, who are also good guys. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm gonna have a good race and maybe end up on the top 3. I'm feeling have a really good race, I might even win. So that's the ultimate goal. And yeah, thank you all for the cheering, for the following here in the YouTube. It's not really easy to film a lot whenever you're alone. It's just complicated, but we'll do our best to get you guys some good content. And yeah, hopefully we can get more good stuff coming up in the future. But thank you all for cheering.
Today. Fantastic. For second and third place. The time of 3:34.19. Andre did a 23:25 swim, a 1:57.15 bike, and a 1:10.115 run, for a total time of 3:34.19.
So here we are, 3 days after the race. Today is Wednesday. Had some time to reflect post-race, but overall I'm really stoked how the day went. I'm really happy to be back on the podium. It's a good start to my second half of the season, and yeah, just get this streak going again.
Yeah, it was a really great day, especially for me watching from afar. But biggest question is, how did you feel during the race compared to your last couple?
It's funny because the races that you do well, you actually feel better than the races that you feel bad. I was talking to Sam today, like I was like, oh yeah, like running a 110 is actually easier than running a 115 or a 120 because you just go so by much faster, and like you just, yeah, you just like, you're in the zone, and you're just like, it's last time we're racing. So yeah, I felt great. I felt like powerful. I felt like I had a good taper. I pushed hard almost to the Sunday before the race, and I didn't taper that much. I kept the week pretty honest. But yeah, had a really good feeling during the race.
Yeah, so you want to walk us through kind of how the day went through each discipline?
Yeah, so I knew the swim was gonna be fast. There were some good swimmers, and I didn't know about the guy who got second, who outsprinted me, Mark. He was an ITU guy, and he led the swim. He had a little bit of a gap on us, about 20 seconds, but the pace was on the swim. I was just like following the bubbles. I think I saw Joe fighting me in the beginning, and then I settled in behind Elliot, and then behind Joe, and then I saw Bradley, and said, okay, I'm in a good place. So yeah, pretty long transition coming out of the water. But it was a beach ocean swim, which I love. You can just like, I love running to the water and just like swimming. I didn't have a good start, but I settled into a good place. But it wasn't like easy. It was like more like threshold stuff. I couldn't like settle into my own rhythm. It was like almost pushing. And yeah, we came out of like 8-9 guys out of the water. And then I had a fast transition, got into the bike, and yeah, I had to push. Always the beginning of the bike, you gotta push, you gotta hang in on that group, because if you miss the group, you miss the train. And yeah, so ended up being like a total of 9 guys, and all the main contenders were in the race except Cody. I think he didn't have a really good swim on that day. But yeah, the bike was pretty honest, but it wasn't the hardest bike I've ever done, but I played smart. I didn't want to go like super to the front and like really drop the group, because I feel like I've always wanted to be in the front of the race, and I was already in front of the race, so I just decided to be there. And I know and my run was really good, like I mentioned before, so yeah, I knew there was gonna be some fast runners too, but I wanted to test myself. And yeah, coming into transition, I had a fast transition, but I was like sitting on the back of the group, which cost me 10-15 seconds to the top guys that were heading out to the run. And yeah, Bradley, Martin, Ula, and Mark, that nobody was aware of, led the first loop, and I was just like sitting 10-15 seconds back. And yeah, Bradley, they slowed down a little bit, and I almost caught them on the beginning of the second loop, but then Bradley pulled away because he noticed I was coming back. And yeah, it was a little bit of rolling, like a rolling course, so you got a little bit uphill on the beginning of the loop and a little bit downhill on the end of the loop. But yeah, I was running really well the uphills, and I caught and dropped Martin and Mark, but Mark managed to stay on the downhills, and we just kept fighting until the end. Bradley pulled up. He was just farther down the road, but yeah, it was just like a really awesome race. I wish there was like more footage, more live stream, because it was really a really good fight that we had. And it came down to the line, like the last 400 meters. Mark, he just like, I pushed first, he managed to stay on. He pushed second, and I managed to stay on his heel. And then whenever he saw the finish line, he just kicked, and I had no reaction. I've never sprinted in my life, and I was already running like pretty fast. So yeah, it was a fast finish, fast overall time. Yeah, I found out that Mark was actually a collegiate runner, and he's like founded by the USCT Triathlon, so a really good athlete. Yeah, kudos to him. Best on the day, but I'll get him next time. Really congrats to Bradley as well. Yeah, it was a super fast overall time, but I must say the bike was 54 miles, so 2 miles shorter, which would probably make the day like 4.5 to 5 minutes faster. So yeah, the times were like, yeah, more like a 3:39 instead of 3:34. But overall, this is my best time by like 7 or 8 minutes. So yeah, can be unhappy with that.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty awesome day. So I'm gonna use this momentum for what's next.
Yeah, so Augusta is next, 70.3 Augusta. That was my first podium. So I'm coming back to there, and maybe I know there's going to be some really good heaters there, probably after Worlds, since there's not going to be Kona. So yeah, I'm just happy to keep on training, keep the momentum going. I think I am just beginning on my progress. I know I can run even faster. I know I can swim even faster, and mainly I can bike faster. So the trick is to find a balance about going as hard as you can on the bike, but still having a good run. But yeah, Augusta is next, and yeah, excited to be there. And as I said, thank you guys for cheering. We'll see you on to the next one. Don't mind me if you do.
Don't mind if I do.
Don't mind if I do. Snacks.